Hi guys, Luis here, estate agent in Central Portugal. Today to show you a 9.3 hectare farm. It doesn't have any building, so it's a farming land. It's not fenced and even abandoned for over 2 decades now. Mainly flat, but with some undulation, some mounds in between them. For water we have 2 good wells, a dam, and this creek just behind me, which crosses all the extent of the property in the middle, so the property is in both sides. We still find a small olive grove on that other side, still producing, still maintained, and the access is made by a dirt road for 360 meters, where you also find the electricity. We are at just 22 kilometers from the city, Castelo Branco, in the village of Barbaído. So come along with me, let's check it out. And so starting from the access road, which is this one, for 360 meters to reach the property. We'll find some family gardens along the property, where people do still attend their private gardens, and have their veggie gardens, their olive trees. But this to explain the access road till the property for along 360 meters in a dirt road. I brought my Jeep today. I wouldn't need it till this point where the property starts, and I'll explain you why. Which is this. So the property, I believe you see my Jeep over there. The property starts in front of us, but right here we have a small creek which along the winter, as you can see, fills up a little bit, which comes from over there on the right. So this is a road which continues on to access other properties, and the property is on our right from this road over here, and this continue on accompanying the creek, and everything on the left, and even passes along that mount and down. But the main piece is all of this. So all of that hill does belong to the property. There's only a small piece, a small rectangle, which does not, but everything else is lower area, which we will walk. It's quite beautiful. But here, just to let you know that this is the access. So ideally, if you don't use a 4x4, you should put some manholes here to allow the water to pass under and move on. But because I brought my good and trusty wellies, I managed to walk and pass, this is not very deep. Let me show you. I don't know, 30 centimeters probably of water, and we've been having some good storms, so this is the highest point you will find the level of the water. So the property, it's this. It's been abandoned for well over 20 years now, so you will see normal in the wild bushes around, and just a nice surprise that in the middle of the property and crossing all of it we have our own creek, which crosses all the property till the very end. In most places is walled up like this, both left and right. In some other places is not, but it does run even along the summer, so quite a beautiful feature. And I'm sure you see that's the right side of the wall. So the creek has all of this width, but it's overgrown along the years. So all of this is the flat area, and this creek, which passes on the property, meets that one that we have just walked and continues on downstream, and then it will meet others. But let us walk a little bit to show you some points of the property which ideally should be shown not only by a drone. So let's walk a little bit of it. But from the drone footage, I'm sure that you will manage to understand the property, the shape of it, the size of it. We even have surveys on our region, so quite easily one can pinpoint all boundaries and limits of the property. This is the creek, continue on, which I'm walking on the right. So again, all of that hill, that mount, it even goes on the other way, on the other side. There will be only a rectangle somewhere here, which does not belong to the property. But From the drone you can even see that the color of the terrain is a little bit different. So this is the creek. I'm walking a little bit on the left because this is too much overgrown. As I told you, on the left side, and I'm sorry about my shades, but during the winter the sun is a little bit lower. One cannot avoid this. So on our left side it's that road that I told you, which will come to an end when starting to go up that mount over there, which does continue on. So the line, it's a straight line basically on that left line. Now let's see if we can manage to cross to the other side, because we do have, so basically I'm on the water. This is the creek that crosses the property, but let me show you one of the wells on this side of the property. And turning you back, we came from there, there's the jeep, and the village is that way also. So water, we have 2 wells for water, this being one of them, plus a dam on the top of the property, and the creek of course. So this is a big boy, the other one is even bigger than this, quite beautiful, done in stone, done many years ago, as you can imagine. And there was a place here to put a pipe to pull with a pump, because all of this on the golden ages used to be veggie garden, of course. In here on the back they used to pump it to a tank, which is this, and then by gravity they would have irrigation. So we still have this tank over here. I'm not sure that it is in perfect condition. I do see a lot of cracks, or some cracks around, like this one for example. But yeah, just a little bit of story. Of course, this being farming property, you will need to redo some of these things. And this is the old washing machine, quite nice. The space to put the soap, quite beautiful. There we are. So tank and first well. And I believe you understand the property creates a small valley. We have that lower area which we will walk. It goes up. We will turn a little bit to the right, but all of this. So the rectangle, which is not part of the property, is somewhere here, going up till more or less where we are. It's a small piece. Now let us go to the well again. So first well is here. And the creek goes in that direction, but I'm cutting through here because we will meet it. It makes a curve. So as you can imagine, all of these flat areas are very good farming lands. So in 9.3 hectares, a little bit over, is 93,200 and some. Of course you can do a lot with it. So this is a creek which comes from there, turns a bit to the right, and I have to find a place for us to cross to the other side. A lot of frogs around. Yeah, already here. So the creek just here. And I was told from the owner that he remembers being young and all of this was farmed, all of it. He remembers his father making this bench here to chill a little bit along the working hours. And we accompany the creek going up. There's some movement on the ground. We have wild boars, a lot of them around, so wildlife. And here we are reaching this second well, even bigger than the previous one. which is in this condition, full to the rim. Which is even higher in level than the creek that passes here. Quite nice. And here the walled creek is quite something. It's beautiful. So on the other side of the creek, on the right side, we start to see the only trees on the property, which is a small olive grove, which is still pruned and harvested by an uncle, if I remember correctly. And I think that we will try to cross here. Let's see, yeah, let's go here. So just past the creek, and here we have the olive grove. I was almost falling down. So here this is just surface normal grass, nothing major. And we have these olives around 20, 22, around that. They are very old, but they still produce. At least the uncle does make the harvest still. Let me just point you down from where we came. So yeah, this is a flat part on this side of the creek. All of this. And of course, always up to the hill, to the highest point. Same goes, all of this. All of that going up. The dam will be up there. Let's see if we can manage to reach it. I believe we will. This is a terraced area, which they used to do to flatten these areas to be plowable. It was easier to irrigate, to make their veggie gardens. And I told you 20, but quite probably they are more than 20. All of these still continue to be olive trees. And the beautiful creek here on our left, which does continue on, and we came from there. I think we will cross here because the dam is on the upper side of this hill over here. So the property ends on this more yellow grass over there. So the greener area is more or less the limit of the property. There's no fence, okay, you'll need to fence it. But let us cross here. Yeah, good valleys. Yeah, I believe you can see even the tracks here, so a car reaches here, which probably this was used for the harvest time of the olives to reach this part over here. So guys, from here, still a long walk. I'm gonna jump straight to the dam, okay? Let's go. And so I just jumped to the dam, which is completely full to the rim. So we came from that side, and the part we were walking was over this mount where the creek passes along. I walked around and arrived here. I'm sorry about the sun. I had to show you this big and full dam. Let me try to walk you. Let's go to here. Yeah. Along it. So it's a quite good dam from what he told me. The owner even told me that you could increase the capacity with the dozer, okay, creating depth into it to have more deposit along the summer. But from what he told me, even along the summer it does have a good behavior, so it maintains all that water accumulated along the winter. And this is the only fence that we will find on the property, which is the back line and the limit of the property. This is a straight line, and we find this amazing mirror of water. And on the right side we will find a straight line going basically to where the Jeep is. Nice. And that's it, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I'll leave my contact details at the very end of the description of the video. See you next time. Bye bye. Cheers.